Julie Luxemberg, and the new student dialogue that I participated in was based on body image. I think that overall, my group was definitely able to achieve true dialogue because by the end of 2 hours, pretty much everyone had gotten involved in the conversation and we were having a really good discussion. Everyone was sharing their own opinions, even when they were really different. People weren't afraid to speak up. And a lot of times this can lead to debates or like people challenging each other, but in this case, no one was really arguing. People were just respecting each other's opinions and simply sharing their ideas. And there were definitely some active voices in the group. There were about 5 people that were always involved in the conversation, and they sort of led the discussion because they were always sharing their ideas and then directing the discussion in different directions. There were also reserve voices. Some people didn't speak at all, and some people spoke once or twice when they felt that it was necessary, I guess. And in this discussion, I probably played more of a reserved role. I wasn't always involved in the discussion. I mean, I spoke a couple times about some of the things we were talking about, but I didn't really have like a super strong opinion on the topic, so I kind of didn't speak out about it as much. I enjoyed just like listening to other people's opinions, and I spoke a few times when I had something important to say, but um, I also felt that there were so many people there that I didn't need to be speaking all the time. I wanted to give other people a turn. And I guess I think that this dialogue is a component of Library 100 is because it teaches you the basic skills of having a dialogue, and it exposes you to different topics like we talked about body image, and you also learn how to discuss these topics with other people without getting into debates or arguments, which often happens when you're discussing controversial things. Um, I'd say this dialogue is a really useful tool because it, first of all, let me meet new people and shared our opinions and learned a little bit about each other. And I also learned about how to have a dialogue properly, which will definitely be helpful. And our dialogue was about body image, so we talked a lot about how we perceive ourselves and how other people perceive us. So some people mentioned that we shouldn't care about what other people think of us, and then other people questioned that and said that it's natural to care about what other people think because in this world you want people to think of you as um, people see you how you see yourself pretty much. So if you see yourself as like you don't respect yourself, then people are going to see you that way. If you have self respect, then other people are going to respect you. So that goes a lot with, not a lot with your appearance, but your appearance has something to do with that. If you don't take care of yourself, then other people are going to think that you don't care about yourself. So they're not going to respect you. And we also talked about judging people. So we said that it is natural to judge other people, which I agree with because um, it's natural when you first meet someone to make assumptions about them and to analyze them and like think about what their life is like and categorize them. So I think it's natural to do that, but I think it's important that we don't act based on these judgments. Like when you first meet someone, obviously the first impression is important to a lot of people, and it really impacts you because you're judging them. So a lot of times people's first impressions about other people are very wrong, like once they get to know them. So it's important that you can like think in your mind whatever you want to think, but it's really important that you don't treat them in the way and treat them based on what you're judging them about. So I really learned this in high school when I was excuse me, a natural helper, which is a like a peer mediating group, and we went on a retreat. And at the end of the retreat, we went in a big circle, and everyone shared a story about their lives, and people got um, very into the stories. A lot of them were very emotional, and I'm not exaggerating. By the end, probably 90% of the room was crying because a lot of the stories were really sad, and you never expected that out of some of these people. Like, I'm going to admit, some of the people there, I falsely judged them and, thought they were bad people just because they were, like, rude to me once or something. But you never know when someone's having a bad day. Like, you never know why they're acting the way they are. So you can't judge people based on, especially, one first impression. So I really enjoyed this dialogue, and I think that it was really useful and important, and I'm really happy that I did.